Welcome to Hub City Homestead. 2 years ago, we moved from the city to live someplace with more space to roam and for a lifestyle we desired to have for ourselves and our children. Since moving here, we have felt the pull to become more self-reliant and self-sufficient. We hope that you will join us on our journey. We have a small property, so we are doing homesteading small. Okay, as I promised, I got my stuff from Amazon and I'm going to show you what I've got put together to prepare for my garden, for starting my garden. So these are some of the tools that I needed, some of the things. Some of it's stuff I decided to get because I do want to do some sprouts for my chickens. And so that's what this is. This is a sprout growing system. I'm not going to pull it all out because it's got a million little pieces. So I'm going to get that set up probably in the house so I can start growing some really nice fresh greens for my chickens. And that will help them in the garden. Okay, another item that is recommended is a heat mat to put under your plants. It is relatively chilly here in my house, and so they recommend you have a heat mat to keep the ground underneath a little warm, and that will help your sprouts, things that you sprout, to grow. So this is in here, it's in a bag. So that's nice. It comes with its own little bag for storage. And it's just a little 10-inch by 20-inch mat that will go under the seed trays. I'm not going to necessarily pull it all the way out, but anyway, that's it right there. And this one has some temperature control on it, which is actually the most expensive part of the thing. I have seed trays. These will go under everything that I'm planting. There's 10 of them. And what I'm hoping is to get about 8 to 10 of these cups in here. The other thing I can also do is actually put soil directly into this and then plant directly into the soil in the tray. So these we may use separate. We'll make some decisions later on. I've got 2 sets of those, so I have a total of 20 trays. I'm planning on doing starting a lot of seeds, and any extras I'm going to plan on selling. And then the last thing I've got in this box are actual tools. So I wanted to get this because I just thought it would be fun. It wasn't expensive. The tools in it are probably not the best tools, but I'm just starting out. So we're gonna work with what we got. Came with some little markers for marking where your stuff is. This is like wire to wire your like plants, your vines to stakes. All sorts of fun little clipping tools and little shovels and brushes and sprayers. And this is nice. So this thing, you put your seeds in here and you can adjust it to drop more or less seeds. So like this one, like right here, it would be 1 seed at a time. If you were to move it over here, it would do like 5 seeds at a time because it's got a bigger hole. So that's exciting. So I'm glad it came with that. We've got pruners. Just hold still. Just hold still. This is a nice little thing. You could use this to get down and pull something up. I'll have to learn more about that tool because I know it's pretty handy. Here's a little hand rake. help break up the soil. These are actually pretty sturdy. They're probably aluminum because they're not super heavy, but they're solid. Here's another hand rake. This one you could probably use for poking holes also. And then this is a handy dandy little hand trowel that has inches on it, so you know how far down you've gone. And then another little hand trowel that doesn't have measurements on it. It's a little bit wider. So this one would be for actually digging your holes, and this one's just for digging. So all sorts of fun little tools and containers and planting trays. We're gonna have so much fun with gardening this year. Now I've got some soil in the garage. I've got seeds. I'm ready to go. And we will be planting things in about a couple weeks. We're gonna start some onions. We're gonna start some broccoli. We're gonna do some more parsley and thyme. So we've got a lot of things coming up for gardening, and it's gonna be really exciting. One of the reasons why I wanted to get a dehydrator was because I wanted to be able to dry my herbs. So today, we're gonna trim a little bit of this lemon balm, probably just some of this upper stuff because I've got some other stuff coming up down here. And we're gonna put some of it in the dehydrator so that we can make some tea. Now you can do the tea with fresh leaves, or you can do them with dried leaves. So I'm going to try a little bit of both and see which I like the best. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim a bunch of the leaves off of this lemon balm. So in my little tool packet that I got the other day, I got these little snippers. Trim some of these leaves off. No, just me. You will get to help me garden all this spring, okay? I'll teach you how to go out and cut lettuce and kale for salads and all of that stuff, okay? But for today, I'm just gonna trim these. Just gonna trim some of these longer stalks. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, there's a little bits more coming in. So I'm just gonna take these bigger upper leaves and trim them off. And we can feed them to the chickens. They smell good, don't they? Oh yeah, I wish you could smell that. That smells so good. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. So it's not a lot. I'm still learning, so I'm hoping that this will be enough for a cup of tea. We'll see. We'll put it here in the dehydrator and see how it goes. So my little helper is going to help me do a layer of herbs. I think we're only going to need the one tray. So
I think we're going to need 2 trays. What are this going to turn into?
They're just going to dry out, and then I can crush them up and make a drink out of them. A lemon balm drink. Got to get them close together so we can get all of our little leaves on here.
Fluffy.
Got one more out
This
there.
tiny leaves are all fluffy.
I don't know if it's OCD or what, but I like all the leaves facing up, with the tops facing up. I don't know if it matters, but I'm gonna do it. So, oh, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Okay, where's our lid, Maren? Grab the lid. Okay.
How did this go on here? Is it
Get
stick?
that plugged in. See what it says about herbs. Herb drying.
Hey, Mommy, how did this get on here?
So,
Mommy, how did this get on here? This, like, how you pull it up and down?
what, this part?
Mm-hmm.
It just clips in there.
Oh.
Okay, for herbs. Okay, so we're gonna look at like a mint. It says to rinse in cold water and dry. I haven't had these outside, so I think I'm just gonna leave them the way they are, but it takes 12 hours. So I'm gonna get this going right now, and it will be ready for tomorrow for us to try some tea. Okay? Okay, so I dried my lemon balm leaves. These ones are fresh ones. What I want to do, because I'm kind of new to the herbal tea scene, I've had it packaged from the store, but I've never done my own. So what I'm going to do is I dried my leaves, my herb tea leaves, and I've put my dried ones in this little ball. And I have it steeping in hot water already. I have a Keurig machine, and so I just got hot water from that. And then this is what the ball looks like. You can buy these from Amazon. This one I got at a little store. Well, it's kind of it's a local store, and it's bigger than the ones that I'd seen at Christmas, but they didn't have those anymore. So you lift that up, open it up, and you can see the wire mesh is really, really teeny. So you don't get a lot of the herb into the water. You're just trying to get the flavoring. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding fresh lemon balm to this side. And I'm going to set that one to steep in the second cup for 5 minutes. They have these little chains so that you don't lose them in your cup. So we're going to let those steep. They already smell delicious, and in my herb book, they recommend that part of drinking your lemon balm tea is to sit and just smell the lemon balm, and that also helps affect what you want it to affect. So my main thing is to to see if there's any difference in the taste between the two types of tea, from dried lemon balm leaves and the fresh lemon balm leaves. So we'll let these sit for a few minutes, and we will see how they taste. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to start with my dried herb tea. So I'm just curious. I want to just see what it looks like after it's been sitting for 5 minutes. So some of it you can see didn't even get into the water. It kind of floated. Oh, they're mushy. So that I'm just going to want to make sure I get those cleaned out so they don't get stuck in there. And the tea, it's very clear. There's nothing, this doesn't have a lot of tannin in it. It's not going to change too much color. I'm drinking it straight. I'm not going to add any honey to it this time around because I just want to get an idea of the flavor as it's my first time. So, here we go. I'm thinking I probably need more herb. There's not a lot of flavor to this, and it may be that I need to steep it for a longer time. It does smell lemony. It's kind of a mix of lemon and alfalfa. The smell. It's pretty good though. Oh yeah. So there's that aftertaste that you get of the lemon balm. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. And that would be easy. I need to do more herb. This one didn't have a lot of herb in it because when I dried my herbs, it really shrunk down to a little teeny bit. So I don't know. We'll have to try it with a little bit more herb. But it's not bad. The way it is right now, I could drink this without any sugar, I guess, sweetening in it. Okay, so over here, this is our fresh herbs. Now these were heavier because they were still wet. I'd picked them off my little plant just moments ago. You can see they look very fresh. Those will be really easy to clean out. Just pull those out right now so it makes it easier. Okay, same thing. There's not a lot of change in the color to the water. A little bit, but a little lemony. This one has that fresher, it has the fresh herb smell to it, not so much of the like dry alfalfa smell to it. Yeah, definitely fresher. I think I do like the fresh stuff better. You can drink the dry stuff, like if you're planning for a winter, you want to have some lemon balm tea over the winter. Dehydrating the leaves to use in herbal tea, it's not a bad thing, but obviously the fresh is just going to taste so much better. So I'm hoping that this lemon balm is going to help with some of the things that it says it's supposed to help with in my life, and I'm excited to get going on herbal teas. It's kind of fun. I know that you can take different herbs and mix them, and that's probably what I'll work towards doing to make mixed herbal teas, and do that for my own personal use. Oh, that's awesome.